Is Bitcoin being bashed into oblivion? Welcome back to the long Friday lunch. And what happened to the scary stock market sell-off? I'm Peter Switzer.
I'm Paul Rickard.
And we're mad about money. Well, Paul, I interviewed a hotshot from the Bitcoin world in Singapore from the Gemini platform, and he thinks Bitcoin's got a long and good future, but the market's bashing at the moment.
Bitcoin's winter of discontent is what I read this morning. Peter, I might use the same headline myself for tomorrow.
No one understands that. This is Shakespearean.
Yeah, it is a bit Shakespearean. But look, Bitcoin is, the crypto market's pretty volatile. Bitcoin last night under US $30,000. Went down, I think, about 28,500. Bounced back pretty convincingly. Yeah. But that all said, Peter, it has lost 50, if you want to be bearish on Bitcoin, it is down 50% from its high early in the year. So that's hardly a bull market. Yeah. I mean, I think what people are saying about the cryptos are clearly, there's going to be more regulation. We know that's going to be coming. The Chinese government is doing
cracking down
and just go the Beijing bully boys. Ooh, we've got to be careful.
They might start hacking us.
Might start hacking us. And of course, it is, as everyone knows, this is one of the most anti-environmental good things out there. Bitcoin, I mean, it uses so much power.
My hotshot said, no, they're not as bad as they all say. And like, I also asked him whether he wants Elon Musk to shut up. He said, no, not really. Anyway.
And they're used by crooks, all right? This is how the black market...
but
if you want to get a hacking attack, everyone requires payment by Bitcoin. Yeah. I mean, my argument about Bitcoin is that the technology's, I won't say obsolete, Peter, but there's going to be better technology. Okay. It's not unique. It just happens to be the first. And eventually the governments and central banks will have their own cryptocurrencies, and that's what we'll use, right? So all these people that tell me, okay, the number of Bitcoins, we all know that it's finite, it's limited. They can only mine so many more.
2 million.
It's got all the other things going against it. And I just think it won't go into oblivion, but it's on a long-term downtrend. There you go, Bitcoin viewers. You can get stuck into me.
I'm going to say, I did the podcast yesterday, which will go out on our website, Switzer Daily, tonight. I got to say, I was looking for $30,000 to buy myself a Bitcoin. I was so sucked in by this guy's very, very good arguments. But maybe you're smarter than him, Paul.
I won't go that far, Peter. I just a view, right? Who knows?
Okay, let's go for the next big one. Welcome back. The long Friday lunch. The New South Wales Treasurer is throwing $100 vouchers to all of us to have a long Friday lunch. And then we can roll into a hotel. $100 vouchers for city hotels. Bring back the CBD.
Yeah, and why can't the Victorian government or the Queensland government do the same? We all need a long Friday lunch.
Exactly.
Wow, I mean, I like the New South Wales government. I mean, they've done some good things in terms of some other vouchers that expire at the end of July.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it, Pete. I mean, I do feel sorry for the CBDs because it has been really tough. And some of the hotels have probably had the benefit of the quarantine, but you talk to most of the cafe owners and the small business proprietors in the CBDs of Sydney and Melbourne. It's been really tough, right?
Yeah.
And we need to get people back. We need to make the environment. So I think this is a good initiative. I mean, you could say, I guess, have we sort of gone past the point where things are coming back anyhow? But maybe the latest sort of, problems in New South Wales and suggests that this is going to be a tough period still.
Yeah, my Barrow guy in Hunter Street just said, before the long weekend, things were starting to feel like normal. He said, it's back to Ghost Townsville. And I think it's a really good measure. Finally, Paul, what happened to that scary stock market sell-off? Started on Friday, bang, we went down with the Yanks. They went Friday, we went Monday. We bounced on Tuesday. Whatever happened to the scary stock market sell-off?
What was interesting was the US market opened so much higher straight away on Monday. Having had a really weak close on Friday, they rethought the situation over the weekend and they came in and just wanted to buy it again. And look, the Fed's done its most to tell people that inflation is transitory and they're not in a rush and don't put too much confidence in the dot plot. And the dot plots have been so horrendously wrong in the past, which they have, So
it's like economists who run reserve banks or federal banks in America, the Federal Reserve. Yeah, they're economists and they make lots of mistakes.
And if you don't understand the dot plots, what happened is there are 18 voting members of the US Federal
And
Reserve
presidents-
Open Market
and
Committee.
they're presidents of the Federal
And
Reserve.
they're all economists, right?
Yeah.
That's the first
That's
point
the
to
big
go,
problem.
right?
Yeah.
And what they have to do when the Fed Reserve, its Open Monetary Committee meeting meets every 6 weeks, they get together and they're asked to make projections about key economic metrics like inflation, like growth.
So they're guessing. They're
And
guessing
interest rates, and
They're guessing
they do it 3 years out. And this is what becomes as the dot plot, because what they're doing is actually saying where do they think interest rates will be 12 months later, 24 months later, and in the long term, all right? And they get a dot for each of the 18 governors, and the dots move.
Right.
And that's what the market got really that caused the sell-off last week. But as the Fed governor pointed out, historically, the dot plots have been
wrong.
They've been wrong. So look, we are where we are. They're on the move of talking it down. Inflation is transitory. You know, we're going to keep supporting the economy. You and I think, Peter, and you're an economist. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm a dodgy
Interest
economist.
rates will go up,
Oh,
but
yeah, right.
at the moment, it's you don't bet against the Fed. The
Yeah.
Fed hasn't changed,
And I
right?
think the bottom line is this. Every time there's a big panicky sell-off, it's a buying opportunity to buy this good quality stocks that are bashed up for a short term. Interesting, this sell-off was shorter than I expected. I thought we'd get a couple of days of it.
Yeah,
and then
I thought it had a bit more in it, Peter. But look, we're in a bull market, right? So stick with the trend. The trend hasn't changed.
Yeah.
It will change at some stage.
Yeah.
But the central banks at the moment are keeping interest rates ultra low, and in that environment, it's really hard for the markets
And
to get
even if they
negative on
raise in
equities, right?
2023, that's at least 18 months away. That's a long time. And as I would always say, Paul, the trend is your friend until it bends. I'm Peter Switzer.
I'm Oregon, and we're
We're mad about money.
Shh.